Empress Wu Zetian, the first and only female empress of China, also known as Wu Zhao, was a remarkable and influential figure in Chinese history. Her life spanned from 624 to 705 AD, and she remains the only woman in Chinese history to have ruled as emperor in her own right. Her reign marked a significant period in Chinese history, known as the Wu Zhou dynasty or the Second Zhou dynasty. She served as de facto ruler of the Tang dynasty for 40 years from 665 to 705 to 25 years through her husband and sons and then for 15 years when, in an unprecedented move, she founded the Wu Zhou dynasty and became empress in her own right. Early life and background asterisk. Wu Zetian was born in 624 AD during the Tang dynasty in Wenshui County, Shanxi Province, China. Her family was of noble descent, but had fallen out of favor with the imperial court. Despite this, Wu received a good education, and she displayed intelligence and exceptional beauty from a young age. Entry into the imperial court. At the age of 14, Wu entered the imperial court as a concubine to Emperor Taizong Li Shimin, and when he died, married his ninth son and successor, Emperor Gaozong. Well-educated, charismatic, and ambitious, she was more decisive and proactive than her husband and was considered the real power behind the throne. Her beauty and wit caught the attention of the emperor, and she quickly rose through the ranks. After Emperor Taizong's death, she became a concubine of his son, Emperor Gaozong. Rise to power. Emperor Gaozong suffered from debilitating illnesses, and Wu Zetian gradually became more involved in the affairs of the state, especially after the death of her rival, Empress Wang. Her intelligence, political acumen, and influence over the emperor allowed her to consolidate her power at court. She gained that power, in part, through ruthlessness, deceit, lots of palace intrigue, accusations of witchcraft, and lots of spilled blood. She created a spy network to help her kill real, potential, or perceived rivals. She demoted or exiled enemies and their children. She targeted members of her own family and massacred 12 collateral branches of the imperial family when some tried to remove her from power. Regency period. When Emperor Gaozong fell seriously ill in 660, Wu Zetian effectively ruled in his stead as his regent. During this period, she skillfully managed the empire, initiating several reforms aimed at strengthening the central government, including agrarian and administrative reforms. Regency period. When Emperor Gaozong fell seriously ill in 660, Wu Zetian effectively ruled in his stead as his regent. During this period, she skillfully managed the empire, initiating several reforms aimed at strengthening the central government, including agrarian and administrative reforms. Elevation to Empress. After Emperor Gaozong's death in 683, Wu Zetian orchestrated a series of events that led to her becoming Empress Dowager to her son, Emperor Zhongzhou. She maintained significant influence over him and later, over her other sons who succeeded him. When her sons became emperors, she still held true power as Empress Regent and blocked them from governmental and political affairs. Emperorship. In 690, then in her 60s, she forced her youngest son, Emperor Ruizong, to abdicate, made herself the sole ruler, and founded the Second Zhou dynasty that would last 15 years. Wu Zetian officially declared herself emperor, marking the establishment of the Zhou dynasty. This made her the only woman in Chinese history to rule in her own right. Her reign as Emperor Wu Zetian was characterized by a range of political, economic, and cultural changes. Revered for leading with a strong hand, she shaped a more efficient and less corrupt government, revitalized China's economy and culture, and bucked the aristocracy to advance the peasant class. She expanded China by conquering new territory in Korea and Central Asia, making it one of the world's most powerful empires. Achievements and reforms *. 1. Political centralization *. She strengthened the central government by reducing the power of regional officials, which improved communication and taxation across the empire. 2. Economic reforms *. Zetian implemented land reforms, aimed at alleviating the tax burden on the peasantry and redistributing land to the poor. 3. Cultural patronage. She promoted the arts, literature, and Buddhism during her reign, leading to a flourishing of culture and religious activity. 4. Meritocracy. Zetian introduced a merit-based civil service examination system, allowing people from all social backgrounds to serve in the government based on their abilities. 5. Military campaigns. She conducted successful military campaigns, expanding China's territory into Central Asia. Downfall *. As Zetian aged, her rule faced increasing opposition and criticism. There were accusations of cruelty and authoritarianism, and her reliance on secret police and informers further eroded her popularity. In 705, her son, Zetian, Emperor Zhongzong, staged a coup with the support of discontented officials, and she was forced to abdicate. Shortly thereafter, she was placed under house arrest and died later that year. Legacy *. Empress Zetian's rule remains a topic of debate among historians. Some view her as a ruthless and power-hungry leader, while others admire her for her achievements in governance, the promotion of women in government, and her contributions to Chinese culture. Regardless of one's perspective, there is no doubt that she was a remarkable figure in Chinese history who defied gender norms and left an indelible mark on the Tang dynasty and the history of China as a whole.